Hello Wheesearchers and welcome back to Wheesearch's YouTube channel. I'm Jay Iziah from the channel Jay Iziah. So as you all see, I am in full makeup using the Jeffree Star Alien Palette. I was super excited to get this palette because I have never used a Jeffree Star product before. This is a first impression to his brand, to his product, to his eyeshadows, and I love eyeshadows and that's why I had to do this review with Wheesearch. After using this palette, I want to tell you that I am completely shook and I think this palette should be in everybody's collection. But if you want to see how the palette actually performs, just stay tuned because it's coming up. Before we get started and you can see how I achieved this look using the new Jeffree Star Alien Palette, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, smash that subscribe button, turn on our post notifications so you never miss a video from Wheesearch. So we have a lot of fun, new, fresh content coming up and you're not gonna wanna miss it. So hit that post notification button. I ain't playing with y'all, hit it, okay? Hit the button, I'm waiting. All right, let's get to the tutorial. This week has been really rough on my face. I have 2 pimples the size of Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. Okay, maybe Mars and just Jupiter. But thank God for makeup and thank God for the Jeffree Star Alien Palette because it came in the mail yesterday. I'm gonna go put on my brows, put on my base, and let's get into this palette. So as much as I really wanted to put foundation on before doing the eyeshadow, I've never used this product before. I've actually never used a Jeffree Star product before, so this is a first impression to the entire brand and his shadows. And I don't know if there's going to be fallout. So I did see his reveal video and there was not a lot of fallout. I know he's been working on that in his formula, but you can't always trust the person who makes it, even though I trust Jeffree Star a lot. He's been the realest like since he started social media. But I do have the palette right here and the packaging is gorgeous. I have no clue what I'm gonna do, so let's just jump into and create an eye look and then we'll get into the rest of the palette. What's that? What? I've literally never seen most of these colors in any palette and they just look so perfectly pressed and this is really good presentation. My eyes are primed with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. So we're gonna hop into Flying Saucer first, which is this green shade right here. I'm gonna start by placing this in my crease close to my brow bone, or close to the bridge of my nose. And I'm just gonna start by blending this out. So it does have a good color payoff, but with this blending technique right now, I am seeing that it's not showing up that much. So I'm gonna try a different technique. There we go. So I'm just gonna pat the color where I want it first, and then we'll blend it out later. Oh, and creamy formula. This glides on like butter. Okay, so from first impressions of this first shadow, this Flying Saucer, it is performing very, very well. Like the color payoff on my deeper skin complexion is totally showing up and it looks pretty much exactly like it does in the pan. Now I'm gonna go into Area 51, which is this purple. Ooh, that blended so perfectly. I barely had to touch those 2 shadows together and they just meshed. Now the purple is coming up a little bit muddy, so it's like a little bit darker than it's showing up in the pan, but the color payoff of the purple is definitely there. Honey, she's pigmented. The purple showed up really, really nice. It did get a little muddy, like a little bit darker than it's showing up in the pan. And in the pan, it's a very vibrant purple, and on my lids, it's coming off a little bit darker, but it is probably one of the best purples I've used. Come through. I'm gonna jump in Abduction and put it right outside that purple and pull it into my lower lash line. I'm not sure if this shade's gonna show up on me, but we'll see. So it did show up, but it's very, very faint. I do like this color. Hopefully it shows up on camera. Now I'm gonna go in with a very small, fluffy blending brush and I'm gonna blend out the edges of those colors at the top. Okay, so now that I've blended out the edges, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease and then we're gonna get into these shimmer shades. I went ahead and cut my crease using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and a small concealer brush. On my lids, I wanna use 3 shimmers. So I'm gonna use Interstellar, UFO, and then Alien. Ooh, this color. Yes. Wow, look at Interstellar. It is so pigmented. Now we're gonna jump into UFO. Wow, Jeffree really got his shimmers down. Matter of fact, he got his formulas down. Woo, look at the shimmer. Lastly, I'm gonna jump into Alien. Ooh, and Alien is so pigmented as well, and it's super bright. Although the other two shimmer shades performed a lot better than Alien. Alien does have some patchiness to it, but I wonder if it's because I didn't get as much concealer that I placed it on, but just wanted to let y'all know that. Now using the Morphe 167 brush, I'm gonna jump into Abduction again, that green, and I'm gonna pack this over top of the Alien color. Okay, so now that I have most of the lid done, I'm gonna go put some foundation on, and then we're gonna finish out this look. We are back and I have my foundation on, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the lower lash line. I'm probably just gonna brush some purple all along the bottom, a little bit of blue in there, and then throw some of those shimmer shades for a little bit of pop. Okay, and then lastly for this eye look, I'm gonna take the shade Pluto, which is this like really white, hold on, here it goes. I'm gonna use this color Pluto. I'm super happy with the eye look so far, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hop off camera, put some lashes on, finish out my face, and then we'll come back to talk about this palette. We are back and I have my lashes on. I contoured with that purple shade too because I thought, hey, why not use another shadow in this palette? The Alien Palette by Jeffree Star, I don't have any complaints with it. Usually, like, I'm upset with like a shadow not being as pigmented, a shadow not being the right shade, or a shadow being patchy. The only shade that was kind of patchy, and I kind of knew it was going to be just because of the color, was Abduction, which was that lime green shade. And honestly, it was patchy at first when I applied it, but after setting spray and all that stuff, it did melt in and it is still on my lid and it works. So that's why I say I literally don't have any negative comments about this palette. Honestly, this might be one of the best palettes I've ever used because I've never used any Jeffree Star products. This is a first impression for me to his brand and also to his eyeshadow palettes, and the formulas are consistent. Every single shade that I use performed exactly like the other one, if not better. Like, some of the shadows outdid them, but the shadows that performed the least were great. So Jeffree Star is really setting a bar with his products, and I'm definitely a fan now and I will be ordering more. Out of the palette, I use 7 shades. I use Pluto, Alien, Interstellar, Abduction, Flying Saucer, Area 51, and I can't count, so that's 6. I used a total of 6 shades. I'm sorry, I'm not a good counter, okay? I do makeup, not math, alright? So for my first time using a Jeffree Star product and this Alien palette, I definitely will give his entire brand and Jeffree Star and this palette the thumbs up because, honey, the way he talks about his products, the way people talk about his products, and then finally me being able to use his products, he never lied. Like, this is bomb. Like, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say except for go buy the Alien palette. Like, go buy it.